Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher's Circus, and today we have a very epic match because I'm playing with the Backline Destruction team. I'm not playing with just any Backline Destruction team, I've actually changed it out a bit, and this is as much Backline Destruction as you can possibly have. I have the Arbals with the Suppressing Fire, I have the Occultist with his Abyss Artillery, and I have the Flashbond for the Reign of Sorrows, and I have the Man at Arms to tie it all together. So today we're playing against Anonimo, which just means anonymous in Portuguese. Not only that, this person is playing with the Portuguese team. I can't help but think this is no coincidence, because I did make a team and I called it the Portugal team, so this has to be it, right? I'm 99% sure this is it. But yeah, in terms of the background that we have going today, it's kind of like the previous background, the same idea. I want you to figure out which game it's from. It's also from a game. It's definitely not DVD this time around, I wouldn't do it twice, but it's from 3 games. It's a series of games where these lights that you can see in the background sort of just happen periodically. I wonder who's going to be able to get it right. I know a couple of people in the Discord server that have played those games, but it is definitely much more of a niche than Dead by Daylight. But yeah, in terms of how the backline, or, in terms of how the backline is going, yeah, because that's literally all I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna focus on this poor Jester and Vestal. In terms of how it's going, I can just apply the Suppressing Fire, which gives me plus stress taken debuff on them, which makes them take a hell of a lot more stress, and also does a little bit of stress itself. I can apply a lot of Horror, I can apply a lot of DOT with the Flashbond, Reign of Sorrows, and the Crushed Hemlock, and it becomes really difficult for my opponents to try and survive here. Of course, since they have treated advantage on that Vestal, and since they have absolutely huge heals, I guess they can survive for a bit longer than I'd expect them to, and also clear the Horror. God damn, this isn't too easy, but it won't be too hard either, I don't think. I think we can just keep spamming the Abyss Artillery, and oh my god. I have 135 accuracy, I have my brother's amount of accuracy, 135, and I still whiff against that Jester. I guess he does have 50 dodge, but that's still unfortunate, really unfortunate. Goes for the stun with the Stress Crusader. Why? I generally don't understand why people just bring these sort of generalist crusaders where you really shouldn't be a generalist crusader. If you had a Sacred Blade, then I guess maybe you can be a generalist crusader, because this is a bit of an odd team, but this is not the generalist crusader team. This is generalist crusader trinketing, and if you go for a certain kind of trinketing, your abilities have to reflect the trinkets that you have. You can't just, I'm not going to bring stun trinkets, but I'm going to bring the stun anyway. You can do it if it's like, oh, the last character alive, you might be able to go for the stun, but don't use it as pretty much your opening move for the Crusader, apart from the Block of Light, of course. So yeah, now he's probably gonna Dirk Stab, but before he goes for the Dirk Stab, oh my god, that's huge. A double crit Reign of Sorrows onto that backline. It's round 2 and they're both afflicted. Yeah, it was through Bolster, by the way, through Bolster, through 50 dodge on the Jester, and they're taking a lot of Horror and DOT as well. This is absolutely massive. I failed the DOT again, though. That's really unfortunate. That is actually quite unfortunate. Did I? Oh yeah, I missed the Abyss Artillery on the Jester the previous round, so that's why he isn't actually taking that much stress. He's not gonna move out of the backline. Yeah, they're gonna be destroyed here. I think by the end of this round they're gonna be gone. Unironically, I think they will be gone. Maybe I should have dropped the command buff there instead of the bell, because I do have to deal with 60 dodge. Yeah, that might be a bit much, honestly. I'm gonna drop another command buff, and after that I will go for the I will continue going aggressive, probably in the Abyss Artillery here, I think. Yeah, probably the Abyss Artillery. Yeah, I need another command buff if I want to hit this Jester. My team kind of has low accuracy, even though my trinkets are fine. I have the Fleshbound Grimoire on the Occultist, as well as the Light Talisman, so that's plus 25 accuracy on the Abyss Artillery. But it still loves to whiff, so you can't really expect it to save your Abyss Artillery's kind of meh accuracy at 25. So I'm gonna go for it now. I get a crit on the Jester. He's gone, so he's completely gone. So yeah, with the amount of stress I'm doing to him, and with the other 2 abilities I have coming up, yeah, there's absolutely no way he survives this. He's just getting absolutely demolished here, disintegrated. 3 rounds and they're both gonna just go away very soon. At least I hope for it. Here comes the Suppressing Fire. He actually lives. Come on, Smackdown to do a bit more stress to the Vessel now. No, unfortunately, no. It's really sad that she actually has just been able to resist all the bleeds and the blights and just kind of stayed alive here longer than I'd expect her to. He goes for the crush, very useless move, very freaking useless move. I don't know why you'd use crush on this team. They just tried to go for stuns, and I feel like these two characters haven't even been acting. I feel like my opponent's entire team hasn't been acting. This is really a disgrace to the Portugal team that I made. I don't want to be mean, but this is not how I'd play it. This is something that just triggers me so much. When you try to copy a team, and you do copy a team, right? You bring most of similar trinkets, you bring the same characters, pretty much the same abilities, but then you just play it completely differently. And then you go to the forums and say the team sucks. Just play it right, and it won't suck, I promise you. I promise you. The Vestal is chosen, she moves forward into the elimination for the 2 damage, oh my goodness. And yeah, it will take 4 rounds. It will take 4 rounds, but it will be the end of this Vestal. I actually thought I had enough stress there, but those debuffs don't last too long. The debuffs from the suppressing fire sadly only last for 2 rounds, so you really cannot think of like stacking them over and over and over again, because that's definitely not going to happen. It goes for a crit crush on my cultist. I honestly don't really care. I'm just going to drop Drain of Stars here, and then it's going to be pretty much GG, because I mean I still have 4 characters, my opponent only has 2 characters remaining, so let's just skip along to the end. Okay, I just want to get back into the video for a second, because I've been spending the past 5 rounds trying to kill these 2 characters. It hasn't been too easy, and this Crusader decided to go for the act out stun on the Man-at-Arms, getting the 10% stun chance, because that's totally fair and balanced. And I get the 10% miss chance. Oh my goodness, hell yeah, I just love the Butcher Circus. Well, let's skip along to the end, however long the Ring Mommy wants that to be. Well, and here we are at the end of the match, and this person really does not want to surrender. It's weird, because some people either surrender too early, some people just surrender too late, or, you know, just don't surrender at all. And I guess if you're new to the game, you don't really know your limits, so you kind of just don't surrender thinking you can still win. I mean, you just don't see Gauntlet of Absolution and think, oh yeah, that Trinket makes my win chances literally 0%, but I don't know, if you just see 4 characters on the enemy team, like, one of them is afflicted, your Man-at-Arms is gonna drop to 0, like, don't you just surrender to go to the next match? And just let both yourselves have fun? I don't know, it's just a bit, it's so annoying that I try to make these videos and then I'm just trying to game and people just force me to stay in the match, because I mean I don't want to surrender myself because I'm winning, right? But they force me to play out the match, and I guess this is one of the teams where it's a bigger problem, because this is a backline destruction team, so it takes me freaking ages to actually get through that front line. But let's go into the next match. No, I might as well just leave it here, then we get to have a look at the banner that my opponent has. I suppose not every day I show that. Let's see. Estimated queue time is actually quite low. Yeah, I'm surprised though, there's still so many people playing. At some times it takes like 2 minutes for someone to actually show up, if I'm playing at like a time where, I don't know, a lot of people don't play at. And it's gonna be a novice, so I guess I'll just skip to the next match. Okay, I'm just going to show the match very quickly, because it's not been going particularly well for me, especially after my opponent. It's the immediate 20% puncture move, so I'm, of course, not too happy about that. I was also guarding her as well, just hoping my opponent wouldn't go for the puncture, but, you know, such is the way of the Butcher Circus. Gets the 20%, and a lot of other quirky little things that have happened was me getting no crits, and my bow debuffs just completely failing to apply. I think out of all of the characters I only applied it on one, and yeah, I am marked here, so it's just being overall a very, very funny match. What I can just do here is guard again. Yeah, there is a possibility, but definitely not the smartest one, I don't think. I just click and drop to redeem, and I'll have the occultist, and to just go ahead and be aggressive. I don't think my opponent will be able to win here, but I am going to show the rest of the match, because maybe with a bit of RNG on their side, you never know, right? You never know. It could always happen, so let's see if my opponent's little banana duck is actually able to pull it off here. So their cultist is dropping to this, or they do have the silver syringe on him, so you never know, he could heal himself for a ton. It's very funny that this Arbalest actually has Eerie Eye. I guess she could use Sniper's Mark, but this just feels like such an odd team. It's kind of a Mark team, kind of just a DOT team with Shieldbreaker here, and the Men at Arms just being tanky. This is not a Circus team, let me tell you that much. Maybe this works in the base game, this does not work in the Circus. You don't bring two Mark characters, you need to bring characters that work with your Marks. I guess the Shieldbreaker can kind of work with it, but yeah, you have a character to mark and you have a character to shoot, but you don't have a finisher character. I guess you can use the Man at Arms as a finisher character. He does have the finisher, so it should be working, right? But I don't know, this feels so odd. This feels like such a schizo way of setting up your characters. He's actually gonna go for the heal here, and yeah, things are only gonna get worse now, because just like the frontline destruction team we saw yesterday, the Zealous Rake, if you heal against the backline destruction team, you're just gonna take way more stress, because I bring you right back down to 0, or the DOT brings you right back down to 0, and things only get worse for you until your backline is completely destroyed, torn limb to limb. That is what we're doing to this occultist right now. He's being deconstructed surgically. So I cannot really tell what is real, what illusion. Goes for the vulnerability hacks on the Man at Arms. I really don't care, and now I can go aggressive. I think he wanted to go for the heal with the silver syringe again. He healed for 2, which is, you know, why silver syringe on the occultist is kind of meh. It's not terrible, it's definitely not terrible. There's worse choices on him, like the Bleeding Skull, but if you heal for 2, it's because you would have healed for like 1, or maybe even you would have healed for 2, and then, you know, it's just 33% doesn't do anything on that. But if you were to heal for like 20, you're gonna heal for, what is it, like 28 instead, and that's actually pretty huge. If you were to heal for like 12, you're gonna heal for 17 instead, which is also huge. There's definitely some possibilities here. Now, speaking of possibilities, I also have one. Either I go for the weird reconstruction, or I go for the best artillery. You know me, right? I don't heal my characters, I go aggressive, and there you go, that's one enemy occultist down, and I could have guarded? I mean, there's a shield breaker, it wouldn't have worked anyway. I probably should have guarded there, let's be honest, because there is a finish on my opponent's side, and of course the Arbalest has Sniper Shot, which gives you death without chance. No one knows why this ability gives you death without chance, by the way. Because if you look at all the other mark abilities from the other characters, Collect Bounty doesn't give you death without chance, but you do have Finish him, so. Thrown Daggers doesn't give you death without chance, but you do have Lunge, so it's in that second ability. And I guess that Pistol Shot doesn't give you death without chance, definitely doesn't give you death without chance. But oh, I have to guard here. But it does give you... no, Pistol Shot doesn't give you anything, it's absolutely trash. But you do have Wicked Slice on the Highman as the Death without Chance ability. It's just... wait, which other character was it? Oh, I forgot for a second there. I actually completely forgot, but it is weird that the Arbalest just gets both the plus damage and the death blow in the same ability, because those other characters also want to have more than 4 abilities, right? They don't want to be just limited to those, but they are limited to having just 4 abilities, but the Arbalest pretty much has 5, because Sniper Shot can focus both as a finishing ability and as a damaging ability. Not something you'd think about every day, but something that is quite true, so 70% hit chance, I whiff. How? I guess she's fearful and there's a bolster. This match has been so insanely annoying to play. I guess my opponent's team does sort of work. It is brutal amounts of annoying because it had a shield breaker and she's just gonna go for the puncture. Yeah, there it is. I freaking love shield breakers. It's so much fun to play into them. And yeah, there's also repulse, there's also a lot of stuff I have to deal with, but well, it's now 3v3. I guess my one advantage here is that I do have a Flagellant, and that's just absolutely massive. But my opponent does have a Shieldbreaker, which is also absolutely massive. They're both the late game characters. Also really good in the early game and mid game, but they're still both late game characters. They're just good. They're just good all the time, I guess. Yeah, that's literally what they are. They're good all the time. Except characters like the Arbalest fall off at the end game, unless it's like 3v2, and then the Arbalest is still huge. But other than that, she usually falls off. So what I think I have to do here is just... how much damage do you have? It's minus... oh, it's minus a fair bit. I kind of want to bell, but I also have to drop the command buff here, because if I don't, my flashlight is just going to whiff. I probably want to drop a punish on this shieldbreaker. She has rancid cure roll. Oh my goodness, you know what? Knowing the shieldbreaker's dodge, this might actually be a better idea if you want to keep her alive. Unironically, this might be a better idea because it feels like her dodge trinkets just don't work. She goes up to 80 dodge and you still hit her. that's what it feels like. There's something wrong in the code. The grave robber feels dodgy when she has like 80 dodge. She feels like she never gets hit. The doggy is, you know, 50-50. The shieldbreaker just gets hit regardless. No one knows why. Also, no one knows why Pierce reaches position 4. That's just, you know, just shieldbreaker things, I guess. Yeah, that's totally fair and balanced that Pierce gets to reach position 4. Yeah, if you just... I don't know. There's nothing you can compare to this ability. It's just, from position 1 to position 4, just Omni Reach, full damage, armor piercing. It's just, what? Thankfully, you can't use it from position 4 yourself. I mean, you can use Puncture, which is even more broken than the Pierce. So yeah, I can't really complain too much, right? Shieldbreaker remains. But yeah, I'm just going to heal myself here. Of course, after this heal, I get shot again. But I'm hoping that the Fearful maybe gives me a little bit of a pass, and I might get a lucky command infused crit punish on this shieldbreaker, and I might just be able to take it from there. But it's not looking too good for the backline destruction team. This would be huge for Will Banana Duck if he actually beats my team. I don't know if this player is actually novice. I mean, they're not playing like a novice. They're playing this relatively well. Yeah, they are playing this relatively well, so this might be a bit of a Smurf account, but you never know. You never know, right? Now, right now, I am in a bit of a terrible spot, actually, but I guess I just have to drop more punishes here on the shieldbreaker. I totally love dropping punish on the shieldbreaker. I do get the bleed, though, which is actually pretty big. That means she's going down to Death Store in 2 rounds, so she's either going to have to Serpent Swing or the Arbalist is going to have to heal. Either way, it's a win for me because they use up their turns on that instead of killing my Arbalist. I would very much love to just guard the Arbalist here and stay alive, but, you know, this exists. Not only does this exist, it also gets the pull, because, you know, that's totally fair and balanced. Okay, he goes for the Crush on the Flagellant instead, giving me the heal capabilities, so that's actually pretty good. And right now, the corpse should stay. I can't remember exactly when he was downed, but I think it was round 5? Might be wrong, but I do think it was round 5. There's really no point to guarding here. I mean, the shieldbreaker is just gonna go Puncture, who cares? If the Men at Arms was in reach of my Arbalist, then maybe I could guard. Maybe I could guard just to make sure that there's no finisher, but yeah, the Occultist Corpse is still here, so I'm still perfectly okay. She's probably gonna go for the Puncture here, and even if it doesn't get the kill, I'm still screwed because I'll be in position 2 and unable to heal with the Arbalist. Of course, after that I can just drop a heal with the Flagellant instead, but it looks like that won't be the case. Well, alright. Abusive, can't move forwards for some bizarre reason, also can't do any bad act-outs like passing or just using any random action. Those are really the worst act-outs you can get, random actions and passing. Hitting your fellow allies can be really bad as well, but it's more dependent on the character. How many crit impales was that, huh? No, that was just 2 crits on the impale. What's the crit mod of that? Yeah, -2. For good reason it's -2. Of course, for good freaking reason that it's -2. I think I'm actually going to need a bit more accuracy here, or I might whiff. Yeah, I might genuinely whiff, so I'm just going to drop a command buff. I might probably drop a redeem, but I don't have to drop it just yet, so we'll see what happens. Oh, yes, I don't have to drop it just yet. Now I can go for the punish and have a guaranteed hit chance on that shieldbreaker. Very nice crit chance as well. A 30, but... Oh, what's the shieldbreaker's base crit? Is it like 10? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what her base crit is, but she gets 2 impale crits on this -2% crit mod ability, and I don't get a single crit punish. Yeah, just a very, very wonderful match. I haven't gotten a single crit this match, by the way. I think the only crit I got was a crit Battlefield Bandage earlier on. I got a crit for 14, which is the min roll when it comes to crits, so I also can't be too happy about that. I could try guarding here, but I don't think it would honestly be that smart, so I'm just gonna bail it out, and maybe we can still do this, right? Yeah, this is a person that has 2 Rancid Cure-Alls. Hang on, when do you unlock the 2nd Rancid Cure-All? That takes a fair bit of time, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure it does. It'll take a fair bit of time to unlock the second rancid cure all. I might be wrong. Goes for the retribution, does 0 damage. That's funny, that's actually funny. Now, I'm dropping to the store here, isn't that amazing? How I wish I was in position 1. How the hell am I in position 2? Alright, because the pull. The freaking puncture pull, I love it so much. Yeah, I just absolutely love it. Yeah, because I'm in a spot where... Oh, I just have to drop the redeem here. This sucks, but it's just what I have to do. Yeah, I just have to drop the redeem. What's my hit chance? Oh, it's awesome, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just drop the redeem onto this Arbos, make sure everyone's alive, make sure everyone's healthy, and that enemy Arbos is fearful and has 2 damage debuffs on top of being fearful, so I highly doubt she'd be able to do anything. She can actually go as a sniper's mark here for herself, but keep in mind that the debuff on that only lasts for 2 rounds, though in this situation doesn't make a difference at all. I think it's something that should be pointed out, because it sucks. That ability actually sucks. It does have good accuracy base, though. 130 is actually really nice for a mark ability that's supposed to counter dodge, so I will give it that. I can just do this. I'm not particularly worried of the crit pierce for like 18 damage putting me to this store immediately so they can go for the death blow. I don't think I should be worried about that, because worst case scenario I can still guard my flashlight and still stay alive. It's just that if I lose the character right now because of misplaying my turns, the game is essentially over, because I still have to deal with an Arbos and her heals. Oh, I just realized this Arbos doesn't have buckshot or bullet. She doesn't have bullet. Yeah, this is definitely a base game player. This has to be a base game player trying to duke it out in Circus. Okay, well, she doesn't have that. I gotta punish her. I absolutely gotta punish her for not bringing it. Okay, how do we do that, though? I think we just drop a bell for now, and... I want to focus the shieldbreaker and the men at arms down, but I really can't. They have a lot of dodge and serpent sway, and they have riposte, so it's not particularly easy for me here. And also, this is a backline destruction team, not a frontline destruction team, so yeah, we're pretty much in the same spot as we were in the previous match trying to finish it off, but this time we actually have a chance of losing. Not only do we have a chance of losing, it's actually quite big, but let's hope it doesn't happen. So this is fearful, it really shouldn't hurt me all that much. But the question is, do I still want to go for it? The answer is no, not particularly. I'm just going to heal the flash on the ears looks. I'm just going to go for preemptive heal. It's just that going for suppressing fire right now is bad. It just hurts. It hurts me, and I don't really do too much out of it, because what's my follow-up? Punish on the man-at-arms? I'm not just going to hit into that riposte for no reason. I'm going to stack the command buffs, and I'm going to try hitting the shieldbreaker, just get her through those blocks regardless. Yeah, I still have the command buff. Okay, I just got extra crit, extra damage. I gotta get a crit sometime, right? Oh, where's my command buff? I just dropped another one and it's gone already. Oh my god, it's round 11. I'm trying to break through, but it's so difficult. I can't break through this shieldbreaker. This is an impenetrable defense. They have a little fortress here with I mean, we have actually very similar teams. Whoa, our teams were so similar. I just realized we had extremely similar teams. Both of us had the cultists as well. Yeah, I mean, they're being played quite differently, so there's that, but still, very, very similar teams. I dig it, actually, I dig it. Well, before anything else happens, I'm just going to drop the bellow here. Ah! Oh, I love the Butcher's Circus. I just love it. 75 hit chance, 75 hit chance, and a 65 hit chance. Yeah, I mean a 55. That's, what are the chances of that happening? Probably like a 1 in 9, maybe 1 in 10. Not that unlikely, honestly, but yeah, still just a touch unfortunate is what I'll say here. So I'm gonna heal myself. The shieldbreaker just gonna go pierce, and I'm gonna go right back down to this one. I'm gonna have to drop a preemptive redeem, which just sucks. Maybe I should have gone for a guard. Maybe I should have gone for a guard instead of the weird ass bellow, but my opponent misplaced. Thank goodness my opponent's a dummy and doesn't actually go for the move they should have gone for, which was just going for the pierce, because then I don't even have redeem anymore, so they would have gotten a potential death blow there with the finisher, but they just don't see it, I guess. Okay, let's go for another 75. This time we do hit. Oh, we get the bleed and the bite. Okay, okay, Ringmaster, I see how it is. It's actually working out reasonably well for me now. I do appreciate that. And the pass as well. Oh my goodness, this is my lucky day, I see. This do be my lucky day. Well, I'm gonna cause a heart attack onto this Arbalist. Okay, this time we do get all the hits. And after this heart attack, things could become really, really good for me, because I might have a very nice follow-up, especially if she passes. If she passes, it's going to be awesome, but at the very least, she's just going to spend her turn healing, meaning not attacking me, which I, of course, very much appreciate. What does she want to do? Oh, she's going to go aggressive. She is gonna go aggressive. God damn, gonna go for the crit sniper shot for 7. This crit sniper shot is actually what she needed to make sure she would do enough damage. Because she's fearful at this door that's minus 50% damage, and she has 2 battle debuffs, so she was technically at minus 90% damage, but because of Arbalist being an Arbalist, I am now stuck in a position where I have to heal, which is just totally what I wanted to do here, right? Totally just heal. Yeah. Actually, I just misplayed again. You know why that was a misplay? I'm playing so poorly today. This is absolutely atrocious. I'm not used to these teams. When I play a team that I'm not used to, I misplay with it. You want to know why that was a misplay? Because now they start the next round having my character test door, but what I could have done was just risk the 25%, and after the 25% doesn't go through, I go for the heal, and then they have to hit me again before they use their finisher character. However, they just don't and use their shieldbreaker turn? What? What? Oh, they go for the puncture. Did they get it? I really hope they don't. Okay, thankfully they don't, and yeah, they just completely threw this. I mean, they completely threw this twice. I am playing so poorly, and they're still losing. And I get the crit 16 now. Is there justice in this role? I ask myself. The answer is no. I should not win this match. If you make 2 egregious mistakes like the ones I did there, like just simple stuff, honestly, simple stuff, that you should get like a couple weeks into the circus. If you do that, you should not be able to win matches like these. But well, I guess that isn't the case for today at the very least. I'm not gonna click the flash on here because my opponent might always just go a bit aggressive. I would be able to guard, but here's the thing: if I click the flash on now and go aggressive, I'll drop to 1 HP. Then they hit me. And if they hit me, I'd be forced to guard. But even if I guard, they can go for the puncture, get the 20% death blow, and it's literally GG, I lose. So I don't want that to happen. What I am going to do here is actually drop the command buff, because if they do hit me down to 0, I need the command buff to be able to hit my Exsanguinate. I might still whiff it. There's still a chance I whiff it, because this is the Butcher's Circus. But let's hope that doesn't happen. So they actually move back there. That's actually really good. And go for the retribution. Crit for 2. Why not, right? Why not a crit for 2? And I can go for the Exsanguinate. Oh my god. Okay, thankfully I hit 85. No bleed, my lord. And I guess the Arbalist is she's still going down to 0 because of the Crushed Hammock. I thought of bringing Crimson Hook instead of the Crushed Hammock, but I kind of need to rely on the Rain of Stars doing pretty much most of the damage, because suppressing fire does like 2 damage to the backline, so it's not going to do much. If it's artillery, having the Eagle Eye Talisman is going to hurt a fair bit, but I mean not enough to bring characters down to 0 in like 3 rounds. So I really needed the Rain of Stars with that extra oomph from the Crushed Hammock to make sure that my opponent's characters just wouldn't survive too long. If I drop a Bellow, it will do... oh, minus 30% stress. It won't do that much. No, she should stay alive here if I drop a Bellow. Not too much else for me to do though, so I guess I'm just gonna do it anyway. Yeah, 8 stress, really not that much. I was hoping that it would be enough, that if she clicks she would be gone, but she's gonna be close to gone, so I think this is still in my favor. Yeah, pretty much in my favor. Honestly, there's really nothing she can do. Oh, but I wanted to leave her alive. I wanted to leave her alive and kill the other characters, but it's so difficult to focus the Shieldbreaker down. I just can't do it. I just can't focus the Shieldbreaker down. She's too much dodge, too much Serpent Sway shenanigans for me to deal with. Okay, the Man-at-Arms did a little bit of stress. The Arbalist is still alive though because of the... wait, is she? With bolster. No, it shouldn't be enough. She should be a gunner here, actually. Yeah, she should be a gunner. Well, I can just go for a preemptive heal then. Let's go for it on the Arbalist, and she should be a gunner. Unless she goes to 199, but I do imagine that she's gone now. Yep, there she is. You don't have heart attack recovery, Diva. I mean, heart attack recovery buff while you're at this door, thankfully. Yeah, it is kind of a buff, honestly, with how it gives you minus 15% stress taken. That minus 15% stress taken is absolutely massive, so never underestimate it. And yeah, it's also going to be an infliction on Shieldbreaker. Depending on what she gets, this match is just going to be over. She gets Hopeless. Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad to get on the Shieldbreaker. I feel like this match has just been decided by me having a flagellant. It's just that they're like fighting, right? They're a couple. They're going through a divorce. These are the lawyers and and the family members just trying to advise them. And they're fighting over the kids, right? Wait, who's the kid? Is it the occultist? Is the occultist the kid? Wait, who would be the kid here? I think the Man-at-Arms would be the kid. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but yeah, who's the lawyer though? Who's the lawyer in this situation? Each of them need to have a lawyer. Maybe the Arbalist is going to be the lawyer. Yeah, or maybe the occultist. The occultist would make a good lawyer, I think. He knows how to speak to the occult. That's the primary principle of any lawyer, to be a bit shady. So yeah, they go for the guard here. Thankfully, Hopeless says no, and we can potentially get a death blow going onto that Shieldbreaker. And of course, after that happens, it's going to be borderline impossible for my opponent to still win this, because I have a flashpoint with Gauntlet and I have a character to heal him. So yeah, that's really not too easy to break through. So all I have to do now is go abusive. Abusive doesn't do anything bad. It's pretty much the best affliction in the game. And I sadly don't get the death blow, but I get a double knockback because of that weight bolus. Nice. Yeah, it actually gives me a lot of move chance on the ball. I put it as a B- trinket. I don't know if it's a B- trinket. It doesn't really feel B plus either, but yeah, I guess B- is fitting. It's not that good, let's be honest. Yeah, it really isn't that good. I'm risking it here though. Going for this ball, I'm definitely risking it. I survived the finisher of boss, by the way. I'm risking it because I pretty much won already. I just have to deal with this Man-at-Arms, and I mean, excuse me, I have a Man-at-Arms of my own, and I have a Flagellant ready to do all the nasty stuff. He's gonna go for the crush, so I'm a goner. Is there any way I could have played this team differently? I think that if you play this team like a stress team, like kind of like what my opponent was doing, you know, just play a bit more of a defensive setup-minded Arbalist, you play more of a Flagellant, like maybe even with their claim, you play an Occultist less focused on dropping Abyss Artillery and maybe more focused on having the Demon Spool and all that, you can probably make this a really nice stress team. That, yeah, definitely very odd when it comes to making it the backline destruction team, because after you kill the backline, it just feels so odd. It's really not too good. Oh, this should actually hurt a fair bit. I get more damage because I'm guarded. Let's see, yeah, that's a nice crit. Very unnecessary, right at the end of the match. That's when you love to see the crits, yeah, the unnecessary crits, my beloved. And it's only the Men-at-Arms left. Wait, Flagellant, why are you beating your kid up? Oh no, he should have given it to the Shieldbreaker. Should have given the kids to the Shieldbreaker. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Maybe this is like a metaphor, and he's beating the will of the. I should stop with this, but he's beating the will of the Men-at-Arms. The Men-at-Arms will to stay with the Shieldbreaker. He actually wants to come with his dad now because he has burgers or whatever, because he's a Flagellant and he's cool. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed today's video and the funny shenanigans. Don't forget to comment what you might want to see next in the comments down below, and also the background, which game it is from. And I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I'll see you again another time. Cheers!